You see, this is why I don't do live, because even when you try and get it right, you still don't get it properly right. So now this sound, I can see that this sound. Thanks for shouting that out, Ted. I really appreciate that. So I've just basically waffled onto myself for like the last 2 minutes, and basically realized that there was no sound. Thanks for bringing that out. So basically what I was saying is that this watch belongs to my stepdad, and I basically have decided that it's been a few years now. I bought it as a retirement gift for him. It has a 28242 inside, and I've decided that I'm gonna, when I was in the UK, I took it off of him and I said, hey, I'll service it and clean it up because it's covered in a lot of man cheese. These guys live in the middle of nowhere, and a lot of cheesiness goes on there apparently. So I need to clean it up. So I'm gonna strip it down today. As you can see, it's got a nice exhibition case back. Nice dial. Roman numerals. I'm not a massive fan of the Roman numerals myself, but it looks nice on this dial. So yeah, I hope everybody is doing okay. Hey Ted, hey Alex. Thanks for shouting out about the no sound, bro. Yeah. Well, you live and learn. You live and learn. So I was just saying as well that the weather is really crappy outside. And I was thinking, what more of a better time to actually do something like this on a Sunday than being outside in the rain. Because I don't know what it's like where you guys are, but where I am, the weather is really disgusting. And it's not nice. So I thought I would strip this down because it's been quite a while since that I've done one of these, live streams. So I'm going to take off this get this gungy strap out of the way so that I can actually get to this watch. I don't even know if it's a screwback or a snapback. I think it's a screwback. A snapback, sorry. So I'll probably just have to open up that with a knife. The watch is running, so I mean, I'm not expecting like any major problems or anything like that from it. It's more about just a maintenance, like an MOT on your car. If I can get off these spring bars. There you go. And it is, the strap's not in the best condition, as you can see, because I mean it's being used, which is what it's intended to be for. So yeah, but I like the closing mechanism on this. I think it's pretty cool. So I think I might put a new strap on this as well when it's all finished, because the strap has pretty much had it. I mean, it's leather, but it's really worn. But the good thing about it is you can keep these clasp mechanisms and they'll work as well. So that's cool. Grey, cold and drab here too. Yeah, man, I can imagine. Well, to be honest, pretty much whatever happens in the UK when I see it on the news, on the weather, sorry, the next day it will be like that over here as well. So it's not much different, I'm afraid, bro. Not much different. Hey Ross, nice to have you here, mate. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done one of these live streams. I'm not the best on live streams, if I'm honest. I prefer planning, and even though you can't get it right all the time, like having no sound, for example, at least I managed to knock that on the head, which is cool. All right, so I want to try and get it to this. It is a snapback one, and obviously I don't want to scratch this case. And it's quite easy, actually. I can feel it. Yeah, there it is. I already got it. Looks like it has a big red gasket inside. Where's my tweezers? Yeah, there we go. And it's interesting as well, when you open these, you actually realize that the movement looks a lot smaller than what it does when the case back's on. Because when it's on there, you're thinking, oh, it's quite big, but obviously it's covering up all of that dial area and everything. So yeah, it's quite interesting. But I can assure you that this is the first time that this movement's ever been worked on, because like I said, I bought it for him new, so I know for a start that it's never been serviced. So the first thing that I'm going to do is put on my cuts, and I'm sitting down for this. Usually I stand when I'm doing the videos, as you've probably noticed before. So I think this is actually the first time that I'm sitting down. So I don't feel 100%. So I thought I would sit rather than stand. So I'm just giving it a quick examination, just having a look, and obviously it looks pretty damn good. I mean, we knew that anyway, obviously. It is, like I said, just a service. But it, I must admit, when you got the case back off, it doesn't look as impressive. I don't like this big ring, obviously, from where the dial is and everything. Because obviously the movement's not as big as the case, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm not overly, I don't overly like the look of that. So first I'm just going to take off the rotor. Because I've gone on about this before, it's nice to get this out of the way. Put it to one side, keep it safe. I can take that off, and it's all shiny. So yeah, I don't anticipate any major issues with this, guys. No major issues. And it has a hack, obviously, on this as well. But one thing I did notice was that the pulling of the crown was a bit tight. But again, I think it's just dirt. So I'm not overly worried about it. If I can get the stem out, which I assume is here. There we go. It is a bit gunky. What am I looking at here? Is this for the hack or what? Something that was loose. I just saw something loose. I wonder if it's just grime or cheese. There is a lot of grime on this though, on this outside of this watch. As you can see, it's already filling up on the bench. Okay, so let's get the movement out of this case. So I can see it's obviously held in with these two movement clamps. I'll put these to one side as well, keep these safe. So tomorrow, all being well, I should be having that interview with Martin Klokker from Sherpa Watches. He sent me an ops, as you guys obviously know, because I went on about it. And I've shot all the B-roll footage that I wanted from that. And yeah, so I basically got to edit it, I've got to put it all together, but I want to have the interview with him first to, I've sent him, I have quite a few questions that I want to ask about it and everything. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the video comes together. So I'm just looking at this and I'm just deciding whether I should take off this now and release this, because I think this is a separate, I've not worked on this watch before, so I'm thinking that this is a separate plate that's on top, so I'm gonna go for it like this. I think. I hope I'm right. I'll put that as well to one side. But it's nice also to work on something a little bit modern every now and again, rather than just strictly working on vintage pieces. Yeah, I see it is. It's like a movement spacer on the bottom. So I can tap this out of the way if I can get a hold of it. And I can see that little piece that I was referring to. It looks like a broken screw, which is interesting. Let me put that there. Fingers crossed for that loose thing. Yeah, exactly. No, it's a screw. But it looks a bit, it looks sheared, but I'm not exactly sure where it's from. So I'm going to just obviously pop that aside. And if it is a case that it's a screw that's broken from something, that's going to be a lot of fun, because that's my number one pet hate, which I cannot stand, getting out broken screws out of movements. The way that I do it is I just basically do the acid treatment. I find it easier. I don't like messing around with drilling and things like that. I don't want to do it. I'd rather just basically just let it be longer. It takes longer for it with the acid, but I prefer it. I find it more clean, because all it's going to do is just basically just eat at the steel and not at anything else. So the brass is going to be completely safe. And yeah, that's what I find. I find it a lot easier. So let's take off these nice sexy hands. Put on some plastic on this dial. So I'm curious what you guys are going to think about the whole Sherpa watches thing. I must admit, I'm not going to say too much, because otherwise then it's going to be a waste of a video. But it was nice to finally get one in my hands and see exactly what it's like. So yeah, but I'm not going to go on about it a lot. Okay, there's the hands. These hands are nice as well. They do look nice. I have quite a few watches on the go at the minute. I have some that are really nice and straightforward, and I have one in particular which is really nasty and giving me some serious headaches, which is not fresh, and I'm really not feeling it whatsoever. Man, this dial is really nice. Look at that. I like the texture on it. The extra layer, I think it looks pretty cool. So let me get a movement holder for this, and then I need to release this dial off of this, which is these two little levers that you have. So the easiest way, I think, is going to be to basically flick them out. I believe that they flick out, and then it will release the dial. I'm trying to stay in focus for you guys as well. It's like a little, let me try on this one first. I prefer the screws, if I'm honest. I much prefer the screws. In fact, I'm going to put this onto a movement holder neatly, and then I can just drag it out. It is a nice dial, I agree. I think it's it looks really nice. Okay, there's one. Let's get the second one. The second one's a little bit hidden in. Should be able to push it from this side, I would have thought. I'm gonna have to remove the balance in that first though, I believe, in order to get into it. So that's exactly what I will do. So I will take off the automatic bridge, which is 1, 2, and these screws are really tight. Really tight, damn. You got focus on this as well. Now I'm regretting not standing up because I think I would find it easier to actually to see. And I'm wondering if that is a reverse threaded screw. And it is. Come on. Right, so that's that one. I have a feeling that's from the other one of that. I think it is. I'm having difficulty getting into this. I don't want to scratch it. I'll pop him to one side for now. And I'll take off the balance as well. These screws are so tight. Really tight. Okay, pop him there. I can take off the balance. I'm not sure if I can actually. There you go. I really like the higher beat watches because the balance is so much less bouncy, let's say. It really makes it easier to handle. Okay, so this should just lift off now. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's so nice and new. Okay, and we have a ring, which is obviously protecting the date, and then for the dial, so that's nice. I can put that aside as well. And I can also pop this dial aside as well, which is also a really nice dial. And I am going to put him actually in here because I want to put it out of the way so I don't damage it, and it's going to be safe in there with an Enica jet graph. Completely different watch, of course, but tight because you are the first in there. That's what she said, bro. I don't know if that's safe for YouTube. Okay. At least with live videos and everything there, you get the inspirational voice action. Also with these clips as well, it's best to push them back in. So it saves you knocking them off or something silly, which wouldn't be good, obviously. Wouldn't be good. I think that screw that's broken is from the automatic works. And the reason I'm saying that is I need to inspect that in a minute, because I've undone the crown wheel, and I'm pretty sure I didn't need to do that. When I looked at it over here, I was like, oh, it's 2 screws, and there was the dark one, which is the same as the one that's broken. And then, of course, there was this crown wheel one, which is a reverse threaded screw. And it threw me a little bit at first, but then obviously I realized what it was. But anyway, the point of it is, I think that that sheared black one is from the automatic works, which is a little bit bizarre that that's broken, and a bit of a shame actually, because yeah, I'm not sure why, and I'd rather it obviously not be broken. So I'm just going to screw this back in just for now while I just let out any charge that's in this watch. I don't think there is any charge. Well, I'm putting charge in now, but obviously I'm going to release anything. Just pop that hour wheel out of the way as well. Where is my click? There is my click. No, there's nothing, just what I put in. Not really anything at all. Let me zoom in a bit for you guys. Here you go. Yeah, exactly, Alex. It has to be 2. I mean, at the minimum 2. So that has to be the one that's broken, but it's just a little bit strange that I think that it's broken on just a new watch. So, unless I did it, but all I did was take out the winding stem. So I'm going to take out the, what you call it, the pallet bridge, so I can see it's held in with 2 screws. Again, really tight. So I think the biggest trick as well is, and I see it with some people don't do it, especially with screws like this, get a screwdriver that fits the whole length of that screw, basically the old one. You think it's, well, if it was broken from construction, that's not cool, Ross. Because I would have thought that they would have had some kind of quality control in it or something, do you know what I mean? Where obviously that they'd see that it was broken, surely. Because I never unscrewed it, that's the thing, I didn't, you saw. I only unscrewed one for the automatic works. So yeah, not cool. Okay, so removing this bridge for the pallets. Carefully not trying to damage the, what you call it, the pivot on the pallets either. You guys know the deal by now. Put him to one side. Also the pallets. Put him to one side. Remove your message. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay, so trainer wheels, we've got 2 here, so then there's the barrel bridge as well. So let's tackle this. So this is a reverse threaded screw on the crown wheel. And the click I can see is really close to this on this, so just in case, I'm just going to have a little bit of pegwood ready because I don't want anything to fly off at me underneath. So crown wheel and screw, and that's fixed. Crown wheel. I'm assuming this probably, there it is, there's the spring. Click. Now I want to remove the click spring. Sure, you guys have got a better view of this than I have, seriously. I should not have sat down for this. Click spring, which is super small and super basic as well. It's quite interesting to see that click spring because it's that basic. It's like something that a child could make. There's no bends on it or anything. It's just literally just like a U shape and that's it, which is pretty cool. That's fixed. Look at the oil and the grime that's built up on where the crown wheel was. It's quite interesting. Z-click. Z-click. I think I said that once, man, and you just don't let it go. You're always referring to it as Z-click. Z-click. There's the crown. So what have you guys been doing with your weekend? Has it been interesting? Mine has been pretty dry. I've been told that I need to get out of the house more than what I do, because I'm becoming a bit of a hermit, which is not cool. Why are you not taking? So this damn ratchet wheel is on that tight as well. It's like spinning off on me now, and I should have loosened it before really while I was in gear, but I didn't think it would be this bloody tight. Let's try it with a piece of Rodico. No. No. I'm having a problem with this. This is really, really tight. And I'm actually regretting removing this crown without loosening that off, but I wouldn't have expected it to be that tight. And I don't want to damage it, obviously. But that is tight. My days, that's tight. I don't want to damage the teeth. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to put on the, thinking I will put on the crown wheel back on again, so I can kind of jam it a bit and then at least get this freed, because that's really, really tight. And also it feels like it has a little bit of play. Interesting. Interesting. But it needs to come off. So let me see if I can take this back, pop this back on, and if it will make a difference. There we go. Got it. But my days, they are tight, these screws. Sometimes you have to improvise, but you guys know that. There's the ratchet wheel as well. Get him off. There's quite a bit of play as well. See that? Look at that. Alright, so let's take this trailer wheel bridge off as well. What do you mean you're still none the wiser? What do you mean? Thank you for your guidance on using the crown wheel. I was running out of options, man. I mean, usually they would just unscrew. Seriously, I mean, I understand that this has not been worked on before, but my days, these screws are tight. Not normal. Like a whole new level of tight. Also, another thing, you see what I do as well is I put the screws corresponding to where the particular part in question is as well. So when I'm putting them in my parts tray before cleaning, I will just do that. So also on this movement as well, which is really nice, there's two little tabs on the side so that you can get your screwdriver underneath without causing any big damage to anything, so that you can get a nice lift. And there's a hair there as well, that's probably from my beard. And that just gets that out of the way, which is nice. So I will inspect obviously all of these jewels and pivots, but I'm not expecting any issues. Other than that broken screw that's come from that AutoWorks for sure. And I need to take off the Canon pinion, which is my mistake. I would have liked to have done that before. So I'm going to see if I can just get the escape wheel out, which I can, which is nice. Pop him to one side, but the rest is going to have to stay. So I can see already that this is going to be like a free Canon pinion. It's not going to be, so therefore if it is, it should just come out. Actually, yeah, it is, because there is the Canon pinion you see on this wheel. It's similar to, what was the movement that I was working on? There was a movement I was working on not long ago that had one. I'm trying to remember which one it was now. I know the Zodiac 70s have it. And now I'm trying to remember what that one I was working on, which was the same. But I forgot it's an ETA one like this. So yeah, there it is. Which makes it life a little bit easier, I suppose. So I'm seeing 3 screws here. And these are not desperately tight, which feels nice. And you can see me lifting it because I'm looking where the head is, because my angle is not as good as I would like it to be where I'm sitting. There we go. Screws out. Screws out. Screws out. And again, I will just pop these away. They're really small as well. Really small screws. And then I can take off this barrel bridge as well. He's just lifting up. There we go. And underneath, I don't know if you can see it if I put it back, because I was looking for that. There, as you can see, is the hack. So the hack is just like a little piece of thin brass, and that will obviously stop the seconds hand. It'll jam up against the balance usually, or the escape wheel. And basically, when you pull out the to set the time, it will stop it so that you can do it precisely. And it's really simple mechanism. Sits on the sliding pinion, so when you pull it out, it'll move it and then obviously engage it. It's pretty cool. So it's very thin and very small, and you need to take care of that as well. What's he saying? This is good for me, Matt. I've been working on my ETA 27891. All is good. However, I have a low amplitude on reassembly. Yeah, it will be a process of... Did you use the same mainspring, or did you put a new one in? You'll have to let me know. Put the balance, sorry, the mainspring on one side. That's good as well. Nice. That's a nice date wheel. Pretty simple. And only one screw as well over this whole plate. Damn. So holding it in, you've got this one here and this one keeping the date wheel in place. These two little plates, 1 and 2. Similar also, like I've seen it on other ones like the Eniker as well. Same mainspring. Yeah, it could be a few things. Maybe did you over oil it? Sometimes if you use too much oil as well, it will cause a low amplitude as well. Did you fit how did you fit the mainspring? Was it by hand or did you use a mainspring winder? That also can make a big difference. And also, how clean are your pallets? I would say start working from the escape wheel in. So check your pallet forks as well, because they really need to be pristine. So I'm just removing this plate, which is covering a lot of the keyless works, the motion works and keyless works, sorry. And also it's securing the date disc. Sorry, my mind is wandering. I'm still wondering about that broken screw from the automatic works, because I'm gonna have to look to find out where the rest of it is, which is a bit weird, very weird. And then I can take out the second one, and then underneath this I'm suspecting that there's going to be a spring as well, which is going to be like a jumper spring for the date, so be ready just in case, because the last thing I wanted to do is fly away, because I don't have replacement parts for this, and I also don't want to spend any money on this. So just be careful. Does he come off? If I use a piece of radical. Where is the complete unit? Yeah. Okay, interesting. It's an interesting plate with the wheel actually attached to it. And then underneath, there is the jumper spring, and it's not just a, it's actually pretty cool. It's actually got a whole plate on it built in with the arm off of it onto the side, so it's a lot easier and less fiddly to fit, I would imagine, which is nice. So I want to take off this date wheel now, but I think I will take off this spring first. If I just disengage it. Actually, I will take off the disc and then I will take off the spring, but I will hold down the spring just in case, because I don't want it to fly anywhere. So just move this out of the way like so. There we go. And then I can remove him. And I will also pop him away as well where the dial is. So I can pop him in there. So off the minute wheel. And the Canon. And like I said, yeah, it's fixed. So no need for adjustment of that. Date jumper. This jumper spring. Yep. Oh, that's really nice. Definitely not something that you would lose that easily, I don't think, which is cool. And then all that's left really now is just the keyless works, which again looks pretty straightforward. Okay, so I can see here then you've got this quick date change wheel. And he's quite free. If you get stuck with wheels and stuff like this, especially small, just use a piece of Rodico because it's a lot easier just to get them off. If you can't get it out. Because these tweezers for some reason are not wanting to pick this up. Intermediate. And then last but not least, can move on to this keyless, which of course looks really straightforward. Again, super, super tight screw. I mean, once it gets going, it's all right, but it's just that initial shove. And the last thing I want to do is break a screw. Oh, and I need to break down that automatic works as well. So, just pry. Now I think this is going to be all connected as one, which it is. I've seen these before, yeah. So your spring under tension is actually held in one piece, which again is another great design because you don't have to mess around. But I think the yoke built onto that, no, it's just a quick release, which is fine. Again, it makes it quicker for reassembly. So the yoke, again, Rodico, easier. Should just pull up. There you go. It's a funny looking yoke. And then I can remove the winding stem with the sliding pinion and the winding pinion and the crown. And then I will pop the balance back on, obviously. In focus, I believe we are. I am going to have to stand up for this because I cannot see over my whole... There you go. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but I'm going to have to turn off my vacuum cleaner as well. I've got one of those robotic ones. The little ones that drive around and do stuff. Man, it's the best money I ever spent on anything, seriously. Absolutely love it. So cool. Like the best. Does my whole apartment... What's that? Great time, I'm sitting here watching my hero and smelling the cooking of my evening meal. I hope you're not referring to me, or have I just sounded absolutely stupid saying that? Okay, balance back on, super nice, super fresh, that's good. Pop him to one side as well, and then obviously I can do these automatic works. And then we have the barrel as well. I need to find out where that damn screw went. He's not here. Bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. Right, let's zoom in for this. Right, there you go. Super nice, easy automatic works. One screw, really straightforward. Works really well. Over one plate, so you can tell that he's a bit sticky with oil. So if you put him back, there you go, that's how it's looking. Voila. Extended post, reverse wheels, very straightforward, really nice, nice system. Is that my screw? No, it's not, that's the post. I'm obsessed with that screw now. But as I should be. Hey Tom, how's it going, man? Where have you been? Nearly stripped it down. Nearly done. Just wondering if I should do a video of rebuilding this or if I should just do it on my own. I haven't decided yet. But I obviously need to get rid of all the cheese from this as well. So another thing I was thinking about doing, but I don't know if it would be a bit weird. And I was thinking about setting up a camera and then just doing like a live stream, but where I'm just not talking, just like a normal day kind of thing, where I'm just busy on stuff. But I don't know if that just is a bit weird. So you guys tell me what you think about that, because I don't know. I think that might be a bit weird. But somebody was talking about it to me a couple of weeks ago, and they said, oh yeah, like they know somebody else that does something similar. And they basically just have a camera running and that's it. But I'm like, but what do they talk about? And they said, yeah, they don't talk about anything. They're just kind of like chundering on. But they said people watch it and they see what you're doing, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I said, yeah, but I said, the problem is with me, Knowing my luck, I'll forget that I'm on camera or whatever, and then I'll do some weird stuff or whatever, or fart or whatever, and then that's just not going to be, yeah, it's not going to be cool. No one wants to see that. So I'm not overly sold on the idea, if I'm honest. I am not overly sold on the idea at all. I don't know. I would enjoy that. What, just like waiting, just like for mistakes to happen, so to speak? Or that I'm forgetting that I'm on camera and then I suddenly go in rage mode or whatever? Because it does happen, of course, man. Like, yeah, I don't know, I don't know if it would be a good idea, that's all. Not too sure. Not too sure. All right. You're gonna come out for me in one go? Trying to free this from the hole because I don't want this spring just flying everywhere, obviously. That would suck. Oh man, look how clean and dry that is. It's really nice and dry, actually. As long as we don't have to smell it. Not sure about the live web. Exactly, do you know what I mean? Could you imagine if I completely forgot? And you guys didn't even tell me either? Oh man, no. I don't think it would be a good idea actually, either. It could be a whole world of Max Payne, like, potentially coming in. I don't know what kind of nastiness I could end up enduring. Yeah, would not be cool. I don't think it's a good idea. So this arbor doesn't want to come out. So usually what I do, if the arbor doesn't want to come out, I will just unwind the mainspring with the arbor because I think it's safer. And then I will just unhook the arbor at the end when the spring's out. I'm trying to get some leverage here underneath my finger and thumb because you don't want it to fly across the room. And especially when you're live on camera, because that would be super embarrassing. And I'm trying to get my finger underneath, which is not working. Come on, man. Get underneath. There you go. Let me pan back to this one. It's a really long spring, damn. Super long. It's really dry, but dirty spring, of course. And then I just find it easier that you can then just tap out the arbor at the end. If it's giving you hassle if it's giving you hassle trying to get it out of the what you call it, the barrel, then you can just do it at the end if you're careful. Obviously try not to damage your spring. I'll probably put a new one in this anyway, but still. Come on. There you go. There we go. Okay, I'll also put him to one side as well. And put him in here. Appreciate all you share with us. You're more than welcome. That's what I'm here for. I enjoy the channel. I must admit, I'm not that into the editing of the videos. The editing kind of sucks. And it's like this Sherpa Watches video. I've got like so much footage and I have to compile it all now and do all the editing for it. And I don't enjoy that as much, I must admit, because it really takes a long time. And I prefer, obviously, I prefer editing like the watch restoration ones, but yeah. But also the thing as well is it's kind of like I feel like I'm in a bit of a competition with myself, because I want to make every video that I do, I mean, apart from a live stream is different. I mean, I'm just here talking and just doing this, so there's no, how would you say, there's no thought process into it, so to speak. There's no post editing. But I like to try and make every video that I do better than the last one. Yeah, I think it's important to keep the channel kind of progressing. And soon, 2,000 subscribers, it will happen. Maybe in a couple of months, I think, hopefully. But I think now it's like 1,700 or something, which is pretty cool. So I'm super happy about that, which is really nice. So yeah. Okay, so guys, I've stripped this watch down. I'm gonna decide whether I'm gonna do a rebuild video of this with you guys. I'm not sure yet. I will clean it, I will get rid of all that man cheese and everything. I super appreciate that you guys joined me on this. Sorry if I wasn't answering a lot of questions or anything like that. And I will obviously now, as soon as I go off camera, I'm gonna be trying to hunt out and be like, where the hell's the end of that screw? And I will let you guys know about it. So guys, as always, until next time, take it easy.